All right, here we are, middle of the summer. I still haven't got my trail cameras out. It's July, and I know that these velvet bucks are starting to get their racks filled out just a little bit. We might be able to tell what they are. So I need to get my cameras out, and I'm gonna be getting them out on my number one property here today. I got Raylan with me. She's charging through the corn. Oh my gosh, there she goes. But yeah, Raylan and I were out here getting her some exercise. We're gonna get some cameras put out, and as you can see here, we got a nice cornfield right here this year, and I'm excited about it because right back down here along this tree line, it's where I killed my drop tine buck a couple years ago, and we got a road up at the top of the hill. So when there's beans in here, or when there's no crops in here at all, you can see the tree line from the road, but the corn is just enough to kind of be a barrier between the road and the tree line. So the deer feel really comfortable, and they move right along that tree line in between the trees and the corn. And as long as this corn's in, that's going to be a very probable spot to shoot a big buck and to shoot a deer in general. So we're going to get a camera put up in that little area, and hopefully you know, start lighting the camera up with pictures of good deer, and just kind of put some cameras all around. I got 6 cameras that I'm going to put out here today, and then I might put a couple more out here tomorrow. So let's get to it before it gets too late and all the deer start coming out. And yeah, I'll maybe keep you updated when I'm putting a couple of these other ones up too. Alright guys, so it's kind of been a long summer, not a lot going on. We've driven around a little bit and found some good bucks, but just not a lot on property that we can hunt. Some of them have been around places that we can hunt, and I think they will move in. But we pulled a couple cards last weekend, and we finally have something to be excited about. We got a handful of good bucks that are hanging out in the property where we're at right now, and one of them is probably the biggest deer that I've ever had on camera. So he's definitely our #1 target, and then I'd say our #2 and 3 target are both in this property too. So what we're doing today is we already got 2 stands here. They're both just ladder stands though. So I'm gonna hang up a hang on where I think, as of right now, I got a pretty good chance to kill maybe a couple of these deer. And then we're just going along the edge of this. I have a camera that I've been getting most of the pictures on already set up, and then I'm gonna do a couple mock scrapes here on this tree line. You can see we got some low hanging walnut branches right here, and that's kind of what these deer like to go down this tree line and just hit all these scrapes. There's one natural scrape that's already opened up, but it's not in a great spot and it's not a very good one, so we're gonna open up one probably right in here where I can put a camera up on the tree back here over the scrape and try to get a few more pictures of these deer, figure out like what time of day they're moving through all this, and just get a little bit more intel here before the season opens, and then we can go try to get one of these big ones down on the ground. But that's the plan for right now. Gonna make some mock scrapes here, and then we're gonna get a stand put up and get out of here. Guys, we're all settled in here. Just a really quick update and explaining what's going on. There's a big scrape at about 20 yards in front of my stand right now, and when I set this stand up, I knew there was a bunch of trails going all around where the stand is, and there's a ditch behind me, so I'm hoping all the deer that are moving by are going to stay out in front of me instead of going through this ditch back behind me. And right now there's not a lot of wind, but the direction that it's blowing is going right back into that ditch, right back this way. But we got a really nice scrape right here, another one over off to our left. There might be another one or two nearby too, but I got really nice shooting lanes that go to each one of these scrapes, and it's all pretty close quarters. If we get a big one to walk one of these trails, it's going to be a chip shot. There are a couple areas where I could maybe take like a 30-yard shot, but it's going to be pretty close. As far as kind of the area that I'm set up in this woods, I'm damn near right in the middle of this 40-acre chunk right here, but it's kind of a rectangle, so I don't have to walk very far into it. I'm only about maybe 75 to 100 yards into the woods, and they logged it a couple years ago, so right out in front of me at about 75, 80 yards, there's a whole bunch of basically just low grow and trees that were cut down a couple years ago, so it was really open. The sunlight got down, and it's a super thick area just full of treetops and low grow. So I have a feeling somewhere in that little area is where one, if not multiple, of these big bucks that I've had on camera are bedding. So there's a chance that they're only bedded like 100 yards to a couple hundred yards away. I'm praying to God that we can at least get eyes on a big one and maybe get a shot, but we will see. We're gonna go ahead and maybe take a doe if we get a decent opportunity, but hopefully we can get it done tonight. That'd be awesome. October 1st opening day, but This never happened like that for me before, so I'm not really expecting it to this year either. We're gonna sit tight and see. Wish us luck. That's the 8-pointer. He broke his G2, the tip of it off. He's a mature buck. And at first I said he was a shooter. And I sat here just trying to make up my mind. I don't know. I should have shot him at the scrape if I was going to shoot him. He's not a huge buck, and there is a couple huge ones in here. So it's alright.